Well, it's another morning, and I'm grateful for that. Grateful for another morning. Grateful to have another day to do stuff. Oh my goodness, I got a couple things to do out here this morning. I got to go get a haircut, so I'm going to go see cousin, see if he can purdy me up a little bit. I'm going to get my hair cut shorter than I usually do. I don't need this dead burn hair on my head, so I'm going to have cousin cut it down to the skin. Not bald. I've gone that route, but I'm going to do something else. Then I got to go pay my extortion fees to the government. Yeah, get those monkeys off my back. And you know what's so funny? Karen and I don't have kids. We don't have any children. So, but we have to pay into the public coffers to fund the public schools, right? Yeah, I wouldn't be so disgruntled about that if these public institutions of education actually taught academics. But the school we have here, their focus is, the overarching focus is sports, because sports brings in money. And you bring in money to the coffers, from federal or whatever those secret societies are that give money to schools because of the kids and their athletic ability. Yeah, I mean, we've got stadiums at our public school. I went to this school and you had a grass field, football field. That's what you played on. Now they've got air-conditioned arenas. They've got all this fabulous structures and things to play all these sports on. I don't know how much of the tax dollar went to that, but I'm sure that there was some. And I'm not saying that kids shouldn't excel in sports and athletics and other extracurricular activities like that, but that's the key. Extracurricular activity. Now, I understand that due to some of the kids' athletic abilities, they can get scholarships and things like that. I understand that. I get that. But again, it's an extracurricular activity. I would rather them learn how to read and write and think critically. I would rather them to be able to balance a checkbook. I would rather them learn life skills so that they can, survive out there. I don't know how many kids and girls that are cheerleaders, how they can apply those skills in the marketplace today. Now, I could be wrong. I mean, the way things are these days, it's possible that you played football and got a scholarship. Did you learn anything about how to do anything other than carry a ball or throw a ball or kick a ball or hit a ball, whatever, or make a basket? Those aren't marketable skills. So, I don't know. Cheerleaders. Are you going to do a cheer dance in the office environment or what? I don't know. Anyway, I got to pay my extortions. I'm here at my cousin's. I'm going to visit with him a little bit and have him pertify me. And I'll talk to you later. All right. See ya.
Well, yeah. Oh, the sun is coming out, brothers and sisters. I went to my cousin and got purtified, got my hair cut, got it off my neck, trimmed up my beard, the rogue eyelashes. Shoot, I'm worth taking to dinner now. But as it stands right now, I'm cleaning out my van of all business related things, to include the buckets that hang in the back, that hold junk. And I ran out of tub space, so I got to go get another tub, a bigger tub to throw this junk in. And being anal that I am, I want to separate this out because I might need to use it, and cables and other junk thrown in a tub, and then it will sit and rot in the storage shed. Well, let's see, what else did I do this morning since the last talk to you? Well, got my hair cut. Talked to my cousin. I got a semi truck coming down this street. That's just kind of weird. And I went and paid my extortion fees to our friendly government and chatted up the ladies in Arkansas. You got to go to 3 places. You got to go to the assessor, and then you've got to go to the collector, and then you can go and get your registration upgraded or renewed and stuff like that. So, whereas in Oregon, you go to DMV. Of course, you got to take a pup tent with you and camping gear and take a number, and maybe during that month you might get help. It doesn't matter. Got it all taken care of. And, Karen allowed me to take the checkbook because, with these entities now, they're getting charged to use for you to use a credit card. They'll charge you. And I said, well, then I'll write you a check because my wife allowed me to have a checkbook today. And so, therefore, that's what I'm going to do. And I got a different license plate for the van because the vanity plate no longer is appropriate. And that knocked my cost for registration from like $50 or $60, $70 to $29. I'm like, yeah, I could do that. So I did that. And then I paid our car insurance because, it's such a long walk for my wife, which is just across the yard from where she works, to take out of her busy time to do that. Of course, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding about the distance, but I'm kidding. I'll be happy to take care of that. No big deal. Not a big deal. While I'm excursions outside. So now I'm going to the recycling, throw some cardboard away, and then head to our community-based Walmart, the multi-billion-dollar corporation here in our little town, buy myself a storage bucket so I can throw junk in and set it on a shelf and let it rot. Of course, after I die, I don't care. Do whatever you want with it. I don't care. But today is not that day, or at least right now, it's not that time. And let's see, what else? Oh, yeah. My brothers and sisters and I are getting the band back together. Yep. Once again, Harmony will be out ministering via music, and we're all just ecstatic about that. So I spent all day yesterday configuring a small drum set. I'm trying to constrain myself so I'm not overblowing everything, because Lynn and I are old, and the less we have to carry, the happier we can be. And of course, if it's got wheels, that's the gig right there. Put as much stuff you got on wheels and roll it. Well, I can't put wheels on this little rack that I put together, but one person can carry it, so it's not a big deal. Anyway, yeah, so Harmony's coming back together, and we're gonna get together this Thursday and put things together and see how bad we can butcher some music. Because Retta hadn't played her keyboards. Well, we've been on that hiatus for 2 years now. She hadn't touched her keyboard, so Lynn's got to break those out of storage. And Lynn, bless his heart, he hurt his shoulder and stuff with a horse and things, and he's got to strap on that bass and get his fingers all oiled up. I haven't played drums per se for a long time. I just wasn't interested. But now I'm all giddy. So we're gonna get back together and we're gonna put some music together, and I'm just tickled pink about that, and they are too. So we got now. I don't know about Jeremy. I don't know what his, he's the young one, and I don't know what his position's going to be. But we started out with Lynn, Retta, and myself, and then we were blessed with Jeremy to come. But Jeremy's a young man, and he's got things to do, and I can appreciate that. He's a good guitarist, and it'd be nice to have him come back. But if he doesn't, well, we can press on. Well, I'm here at the recycle, and I'm gonna take care of this and then head over to Wally Mart. I might just pop back on here and talk a little more rambling. Okay, talk to you soon. Well, my oldest living brother, made a post today about, and I know it's a scam, but he made a post about a gal named Reba who loves his comments and his posts and blah, blah, blah. Well, let me tell you about this scam, okay? Because I went down that rabbit hole once, just to see where it would go. I am pretty sure that this Reba said, I tried to friend you, but I'm not having any success at it. So you think you could send me a friend request? I read that and I started chuckling. I had to comment on it. I said, yeah, I've been down that rabbit hole. There was one time, there was some gal, she was buttering me all up and everything like that. And, that's the quickest way to a man's ego. Butter him up. He'll sit there like a lap dog. We're stupid. Anyway, so in my case, this woman, apparently from San Francisco or something like that. Anyway, she was all about flying me out and having lunch and buying just all this ingratiation. So I brought Karen in on this little game. I said, okay, here's what she said now, and here's what she wants to do, and blah blah blah. And of course, I'm like, who is this person? Why would she expend that kind of dollars for someone she has absolutely no idea who I am? Anyway, so I took that rabbit hole down a while, And Karen and I got chuckles out of it, because I told her, I said, well, I don't know if my wife would allow me to do that. Oh, we'll bring her too. I'm like, okay, yeah. Something doesn't smell right here in Denmark. Well, anyway, my brother apparently got one. I get them all the time now. Oh, I love your comments. Oh, I tried to friend. Yeah, I just ignore them. Okay, because it's stupid. And, it's some kind of scam. I don't know what it's about. But I just ignore them. And my brother, he's not slow on the uptake either. He says he's known one Reba, and that was like 100 years ago. I don't think he bit. Good for him. Good for you, brother. Don't bite. Ignore it. Run away. So that happened to my brother. And like I said, I've been exposed to that many times. I went down the rabbit hole once. But almost went twice, actually. I sent her a friend request. And then I go, what are you doing, stupid? So I took that away. I canceled it. Good thing whoever the scammer is on the other end didn't bite it yet. So now I'm off to get a tub. I need a tub. I need a big tub. Probably going to cost me $100 for a plastic tub. But I need a bigger tub. I ain't got enough room in the plastic tub I had. And then I got to find a place to put it in the storage shed. But I'm cleaning my van out. I ain't talking detailing. I'm just saying I'm getting rid of all this stuff in the back here. Getting rid of the hanging bins. Not getting rid of them. I'm just taking them out of here. Taking them out, and all the content that's back here that I use for business. Taking it all out. Don't need it. Ain't business no more. So, doing that, and then I got to get back to the drums. I got to dial in a few more things. The drum set, I'm using my Tama acoustic, but I'm only using 3 drums on it. I'm using the snare, the 12-inch tom, and the 16-inch floor tom. Now I've got 2 16s and 1 18, but I'm just using 1 16, and I put DB1 quiet heads on them. Mesh heads. They're kind of a mesh head. They're quiet. I put one on the snare that's designed for a snare. I've had these. I put one on the toms, and I'm using the DB1 quiet cymbals too. I actually like the sound of them. They're bright. They sound good. But I have to mic those. So I'm configuring this drum set, and I'll have a picture of what I'm doing, and show you what I put together. I spent all day doing this yesterday because I'd look at it and I'm going, okay, how do I want to? I gotta make this easy. I don't need a whole bunch of drums to drum. I can do fine with 2 toms and a snare, and I'm using Roland. I have Roland kick pedals, KDs something. They're not 7s, but they're KDs, 10s or 11s. And so that's my kick drum. And they sound good. I mean, when they're going through a module, I'm using an Elisa Strike Pro module. And my Roland Octopath 30 for all my percussion sounds. And then I'm feeding that into the Elisa's head. And then I'm feeding and I used to separate all the signals, snare, hi-hat, each tom and all that. I used to separate those into the mix board. I'm not doing that now. I'm just doing here's everything mix board, right and left. Because I have no intentions of going down that heavy recording and stuff like that. I just want to make music with my brother and sister and minister. So I'm holding myself back because I could really go way out there and I have the equipment to do so. I just choose not to. I'm simplifying my life. So I'm doing that. And using my Earthworks drum mics for my cymbals. But even just the placement of, because I like things attached together instead of separate stands and stuff. So I've got to do that, and then I got to get my iPad because that's got all my lyrics on it, and get that in play, and get everything all set up and kind of dialed in. And that's what I was doing yesterday afternoon, dialing in the drums through the head and stuff like that. I got to build me a new drum kit because after we broke up, I just kind of restored everything to factory. So I lost everything that I had set up. So I got to dial in a new drum kit, stuff like that, and make it sound pretty. And get these cymbals mic'd. And that's the other thing too. I mean, I could do 2 or 3 mics or 4 mics, but on the drums, I'm using D-Drum Elite for the snare and the 2 toms, and I'm feeding that signal into. They're just triggers, piezo's, and I'm feeding those into the Elisa's head. So, and I decided I've got many different headset mics. I've got Crowns, I've got Countryman. I think I'm just going to use my Countryman. I put my Shure wireless receiver on. So and that's the other thing. I'm just going to do wireless. I'm going to have to buy myself a boatload of 9 volts and do that, and then dial it all in. I don't know. I can't really dial in the vocals until I get over there and hook up Lynn's PA speakers. He has Bose Tower speakers that we use. So as far as the drums are concerned, I'll get that dialed in as much as I can and see how that goes. Okay, well, I'm at Walmart. I need to go find me a tube. And I'll talk to you in a bit. Have a good one. The scriptures say, care for the widow, care for the poor, care for those who need help. And it just dawned on me as I was coming out, I'd gotten gas. I got gas this morning, and there was a fella there. Obviously, this fellow was in transit or a transit or something like that. Anyway, he came up to me and he says, I'm hungry. And I said, well, what would you like to eat? He says, well, a small breakfast. I said, well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you wait here? I'll go get you a small breakfast and bring it back to you. I was just going to run down here to McDonald's, get him a small breakfast, bring it back to him. Well, I can't wait around. I said, well, I wasn't aware that you had an appointment somewhere. I said, okay. I said, enough said. Well, if you could just give me some money, I'll get you breakfast. I'd be happy to buy you breakfast. And I'm just like, I don't mind helping someone, but I'm not going to be taken advantage of. And I know how the scam works. Just give me money. I would just soon put food in your belly, and I'd have got you breakfast. But yeah, I guess you're too busy to wait around for me to run down here a half mile, get you breakfast, come back. I brought it back to you. You just waited here at the gas station. He didn't, and I saw him walking down the road and heading to the bypass. So, okay, buddy. Broke my heart, but I'd rather have fed him something, but he was too busy for that. Too busy to wait. Okay. If you're too busy to wait, you're too busy to get breakfast. In my book. Now, is that wrong? I don't know. I offered. And he declined, so there it is there. Well, I got a couple tubs. Should have just bought one, but I bought two, just in case. There's a lot of junk back here, so I need to get this junk out of here and get it in the storage shed so it can rot. Because chances are I'll never look at it again. But there it is there. So I'm cleaning out. You know how I'm going to clean out the back of this van once I get all this junk out of here? That's right. I'm going to use a blower. I'm going to blow it out. Blow all the dirt and dust and leaves and crap out of here. And then I'll call it good. That's all I want to do. I ain't even going to do anything with the front. Don't care. But I'll blow out the back. That way it's a little clean when I put my gear in here to take up to Lynn and Red. So there's that. And I'm going up there Thursday. Today's Tuesday. I'm going up there Thursday. And going up there, and Red asked me, she says, "Oh, when are you going to come up? What time?" I said, "The morning. I'm coming in the morning." I'm going to have to text Lynn and say, "You better have some breakfast ready, because I might have to sit and break bread before we do anything." And that's so funny, because they're just that kind of people. "Oh, you hungry? We'll feed you." Good people. Good people. They're getting ready to celebrate, I think in May, getting ready to celebrate their 50th anniversary. And they're going to take a 10-day jaunt somewhere. Can't remember where Lynn told me. I don't know, but it's going to be tropic, I'm sure. And celebrate their 50th anniversary. And I think that's just so cool. And I wish them the best. Well, that's about all I got. I'm going to turn down my little street here and get this van parked in Karen's spot so I can finish cleaning it out, separating stuff, and get that task done so I can get back to doing the drums and stuff and get that all squared away. Of course, I don't know, it's coming up to maybe having a lunch and a nap. So I may have to think about that. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. Be nice to people. Be kind. Say a good word to someone. You never know if it's going to change their lives. Or they may say it to you and it might change yours. Otherwise, it doesn't cost you anything. So, use it. Use it. Alright, love y'all. I'm back at the old homestead. See ya.